All right, this is a mini tutorial for students to learn how to navigate and access Collaborate Ultra on Canvas. I'm going to show you two views. First, I'm in my own instructor view here. I'm in Dance 113, Modern Dance. I'm going to go over to student view and then I'll come back for one specific point. So students, this is what you see. And if you come to a course where your instructor wants to have class, either a synchronous class meeting together during your class, normally scheduled class time, or have group meetings or one-on-one office hours, anything like that, you might be using Collaborate Ultra. So on the left, when you're in a course, a specific course, on the very left is your navigation bar through all of your courses in Canvas. The next set of menus adjacent to that is navigation through the course itself. So if you scroll down to the very bottom here, you'll see Collaborate Ultra. So I'm going to click that, and you will see the sessions that are available to you. In this class for Dance 113, we have only two sessions currently. Right now, the one that you see bolded is the test session for this one. And then you see this midterm stop day. This is not highlighted yet because it's not available until March 30th during the normal class time. So we're going to click on this one. You'll click on whichever one you want to go into. And then over here, you go join session. So I'm just going to point out the three areas that you'll mostly be navigating around in here. And then I'll go back to the instructor view to show some teachers how to share the whiteboard. So over here is a session menu bar, the little hamburger with the three lines. And then at the bottom are all these status, microphone, video, raise hand icons. We'll be using those. And then over to the right, this purple tab with the two arrows in it. I'll start here. If you click this session menu, instructors, in here is where you will see how to record your session to post for students to refer to later. Also, everyone, this is where you report issues. You can leave the session here. This little folder or page icon with the red arrow lets you leave the session. You can also just close your tab or close your browser. So coming down, and this will be illuminated with the video of participants. And you'll see them at the top in little rows of icons of whoever is participating. And then in the main page here, you'll see whoever is speaking. Okay, so going to this first button, I encourage you to upload your photo so that we can all see who's raising their hand or who's muted or who's present. Even if your video's off, we'll see your picture. So go ahead and click that status and settings. Here's where you have these settings will pop up. Over here, I'll show you where to get there easier. In this little tab, you have the option to step away. That might be for, a biology break, or, maybe there's something going on in the background you need to tend to. Just click away and we will see that you have stepped away. And then when you're ready to come back, just click I'm back. Also, here's a button that you can leave the session as well right here. These little emojis allow you to just click them, and next to your avatar, it'll show how you're doing, if you're confused, if you're surprised, if you want me to go slower, or whoever's the instructor, or if you want them to go faster, or if things are just going great. You can also, the instructor might ask for like a show of hands, or if you agree or disagree to something. Here's where you would say yes, or here's where you would say no. This is a helpful little addition because you might be muted. So I'm going to go to this next button here. This is your microphone, and this allows you to share your audio or mute yourself for just online etiquette and ease. Go ahead and when you sign in to the session, mute your audio. That way, when many people are participating, it won't be a cacophony of many ambient sounds. So if it's dark with a line through it, you are muted. If you click on it, it's green and kind of blinking off and on, and then you know your microphone is live. So you can click that on and off when you want to speak and when you're done speaking. Here is your video. So this will allow your video to come through, and it'll give you this little screen, a test screen. You can kind of say, okay, this is where I want to be. How do I look? How do I look? Great. And then share video. And so that's showing up down here. It's a good idea to leave the video on, especially for movement practice classes, so that I, as a facilitator, can see participants working, engaging, trying stuff on, and give feedback based on that. If for any reason you need to go off screen, you can just click that little guy, and now your video is disabled. So in general, for my class, I'm going to encourage you to leave mute, to select mute, to mute your microphone, and to leave your video on. So I'm going to leave it how I would like you to have it. Mute on, video on. The last icon here is the little guy raising his hand. Click that when you have a question or you want to speak or have a comment. We'll see. I'll get a notification in case other people are talking, and then I can go and address the question. When your question is answered or your comment has been shared and you're done, you can just click it again and your hand goes down. So that's these guys, your settings and status, audio, your microphone, and video, raise hand. The last thing I'll share with you in the student view here is this panel, the Collaborate panel. The first thing to know is here's where you chat or send messages to the group. Let's see. I'm saying, Hallie, can you share the video link? And then whatever we're talking about, that person can post it here. You can also send out a message to anyone in particular by going here. Next tab over is attendees, and this will be populated here with all the participants. So that might be 5 students, that might be a large class of 20. If I wanted to send a message to just Maddie, I would click on Maddie's tab here, and the message would go just to her. Do know that I have, as a moderator and instructor, have selected to be able to read all chats, even if they're not going to me. So instructors have the option to not see all chats or to see all chats. So you might want to inquire about that. Feel free to make your own comments in the background, but know that I will be able to see them. Let's see, the next tab over. Oh, when you go back to your chat, it'll show you a little history of all of your different conversations. The next tab over is share content. And for this one, I want to come back to in just one moment because I need to go to the other view. That thing is shared, so you can't see anything there. Settings is the last thing. This is where you add your, check your video audio settings, setting up your camera, your audio, and the volume are here. If you want closed captioning, you should be able to check that here. And then I'll go down here. Notification settings. This is good for big group classes. You might want to uncheck all these boxes because that will stop all the dings in the background when somebody comments, messages, raises their hand, enters the room, or leaves the room. You'll get a lot of sort of pinging noises, and so you can just unselect those. As a moderator, I'm going to leave them on so I know when somebody's raising their hand. And I want to know all of that stuff. So that's your notifications, your audio setting. Now I'm going to go out of the student view and back into my instructor view, because so I want to share with you one last thing before we end. And that is I'm going to join the session. I'll go back and show you that one more time. I went really fast. So I select the Collaborate Ultra session I want, which is this test one. and then I go here, join session. Okay, it's being slow. Hello. It still says test student. Look. There's that. Moderator. All right, so I'm going to go over here to the purple tab. And you'll see this one, share content. So there's the primary content is the whiteboard, screen share or application share, and file share. I'll talk really quickly about these. The whiteboard, this is where we can collectively work. So right here. You could draw, you can change the color, etc., etc. Just know that everybody will add on to this, and if you erase, it erases for everyone. So I thought that was a cool part of the application. Then here we have the ability to share screen. I'm going to share this, and because yeah, so you'll see a little tunnel infinity thing happening first. But I'm going to share this in case, like for anatomy class or a composition class, you might want to share a video file on your tab in your browser. So I'm just going to click that and then share, and you'll see the little infinity, 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 infinity. And then I'm going to go up and find the tab to share. No, don't translate that page. There's the video. Here's a video I want to show you. Nancy Stark-Smith doing Contact Improv. Okay, so there you get to see. You can just move from tab to tab and show whatever videos you want to show. Let me go back to that screen share. I'm going to stop sharing. Share files. This is where I would post PowerPoints, advance those slides myself, or allow other people to advance them, or images or PDF, anything you wanted to share, the group could see here. So those ways to share and collaborate. And then here I'll just do a quick poll. You can poll during class. You can't write these in advance, but you can do it live while you're teaching or having group sessions. Multiple choice. Okay, there it is. Start the poll. So then that pops up here. Would you rather work solo on a sequence or together? I don't know, that's a bad idea, but you can, then the student will just click 1, you guys will click 2, what your preferences are. Show responses is here. No responses because there's nobody here. Great. Lastly, breakout groups. This is where during your live session you can randomly assign the class to break into groups or drag the students into specific groups. Students, just so you know, this is how I will probably do one-on-one meetings during our class sessions. I will each assign you your own individual group, and then I will move between those groups. So we'll have a private conversation. Cancel that. And that is that. Okay. So I'm going to close this out. Oh, I forgot the last thing was settings. Oh no, we did settings already. Okay, that is all I wanted to show you. This is where teachers record up here. Start recording. And you did that beforehand. And here is your status. And leave session or step away. Remember, muting, unmuting is here. Video off. Share video, video on. And then raising your hand. And then here is where you send chats during the session see the participants and share information. I hope that was helpful. Bye.